There is a silence that falls over the world in the deepest hours of the night, a heavy, velvet stillness that seems to press against the windows of our existence. In these rare, unguarded moments, when the distractions of the day burned away and the noise of commerce has faded into a hum, the human mind is left alone with itself. And in that solitude, a question arises. It does not knock politely, it breaks down the door. It is a question that has haunted every emperor on sheets of silk and every beggar on the cold stone of the street. It is the shadow that trails every heartbeat, the cold whisper behind every breath. When this biological machine fails, when the chest heaves its final rattle and the warmth leaves the skin, where do we go? This is not merely a philosophical curiosity or a puzzle for late-night debates. It is the primordial scream of the human condition. It is the mystery that gave birth to the pyramids, the cathedrals, and the temples that dot our planet like desperate prayers carved in stone. We are a species obsessed with our own exploration. We look into the mirror and see the graying hair, the deepening lines, the fragility of the flesh, and we feel a primal vertigo. What are we? Are we merely meat and electricity, destined to rot into the soil and vanish into an eternal black void? Or is there something else, a spark, a ghost, a stream of energy that survives the shipwreck of the body? We crave to know. We demand to know. We want to tear the veil of death apart and see the gears turning on the other side. We want to understand the transition. But perhaps the reason the answer eludes us is that we are asking the wrong question. To understand the end, we must first understand the middle. To understand death, we must ruthlessly dissect the mechanism of life itself. We must look at what connects one heartbeat to the next, one thought to the next. Civilization is built on stories about this final frontier. We are sold comforting lies and terrifying warnings. Some tell us of golden cities in the clouds, where we will be reunited with everyone we have ever loved, singing praises for eternity. Others warn of lakes of fire, of demons with iron skin, of eternal torment for finite crimes. Some preach a sterile materialism, claiming that when the brain dies, the screen simply goes black, total, irreversible extinction. But if you are honest with yourself, truly honest, each of these answers feels like a fragment, a guess, a comforting bedtime story told to a frightened child. Deep down, beneath the dogma and the fear, there is an itch that these answers cannot scratch. We are searching for a truth that doesn't require blind faith, a truth that resonates with the very physics of our experience. This is where the wisdom of the Buddha cuts through the noise like a diamond sword. The Buddha, the awakened one, was not a god demanding worship. He was not a weaver of fairy tales. He was a cosmic scientist, a surgeon of the soul who refused to offer a sedative. He did not ask you to believe. He dared you to look. He challenged you to turn your gaze inward, to place the nature of your own reality under the microscope of intense, unwavering mindfulness. He offered a path of investigation, a way to see directly, with your own vision, the mechanics of the mind and the secret of its continuity. So today, we do not speculate, we explore. We walk into the dark room of mortality holding the lantern of the Dhamma. We are not here to collect intellectual trophies. We are here to understand the machinery of our own existence so deeply that fear evaporates. We are here to see life not as a solid thing, but as a flow. To grasp the enormity of what happens after death, we must first shatter the illusion of what we are right now. We walk around with a conviction, solid as granite, that we are entities. We say, I am. We look in the mirror and see the same face we saw yesterday. We feel like a captain steering a ship, a permanent soul residing inside a temporary body. But look closer. Look with the eyes of a biologist, and then look with the eyes of a mystic. They see the same truth. The body you inhabit is not a statue, it is a river. It is a burning flame of metabolic processes. Every second, millions of cells are committing suicide and millions more are being born. The skeleton you think is solid is constantly dissolving and rebuilding itself. You are not a noun, you are a verb. You are an event. The Buddha called this Anatta impermanence. But it is not just that things change it is that things do not exist, only processes exist. And the mind. The mind is even more volatile. We think of our mind as a container, a box that holds our memories and personality. But observe it. Close your eyes and watch the show. Is there a mind sitting there? Or is there just a chaotic, rushing stream of phenomena? A thought of dinner arises, flash, and vanishes. A memory of childhood arises, flash, and dissolves. An itch, a sound, a feeling of boredom. They are like lightning strikes in a dark sky. They arise, they stay for a microsecond, and they die. The mind is a cinema reel. It moves so fast, billions of moments per second, that it creates the illusion of continuity. But in reality, it is a strobe light, on, off, birth, death, arising, passing. You are dying and being reborn trillions of times every single day. The person who started listening to this sentence is not the same person finishing it. The cells have changed, the neural patterns have shifted, the consciousness has reset. If there were a permanent self, a soul that was truly the master of this house, you would have absolute command. You could say to your body, do not age, do not feel pain, do not get cancer. You could say to your mind, never feel anxiety again, only feel bliss. But you cannot. You are not the master of the house here, you are a guest in it. The body gets sick without your permission. The mind spirals into depression without your consent. This lack of control is the proof that there is no Atta, no fixed self. There is only a bundle of aggregates: form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness dancing together in a void, fueled by cause and effect. So, here is the terrifying question. If there is no soul, if there is no ghost in the machine, what is it that reincarnates? If I am not a solid thing, what travels from this deathbed to the next womb? This is where the concept of karma enters the stage, and we must strip away the pop culture misunderstandings of this word. Karma is not fate. It is not a cosmic point system where a bearded man in the sky tallies your good deeds against your bad ones. Karma is physics. It is the law of conservation of energy applied to the moral universe. Karma is intention. It is the kinetic energy of your will. Every time you get a thought charged with emotion, every time you speak a word laced with intent, every time you act with purpose, you generate a wave of energy. You disturb the universe. Imagine throwing a stone into a still lake. The stone sinks, the action is done. But the ripples expand outward, touching every shore, moving things you cannot see. Even after the stone is buried in the mud, the energy it released is still traveling. This is you. You are a generator of ripples. When you act out of greed, hatred, or delusion, you generate a discordant, chaotic frequency. When you act out of generosity, kindness, and wisdom, you generate a harmonic, coherent frequency. This energy does not just vanish when your heart stops beating. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only transform. The you that moves on is not a personality. It is a trajectory. It is a momentum. It is a sheer force of habit and desire propelling itself forward, seeking a new medium in which to express itself. Now, let us slow down time. Let us zoom in on the most profound, intimate, and frightening moment of existence, the process of dying. What actually happens in the cockpit of the consciousness when the systems fail. Picture the scene. The body lies heavy on the bed. The earth element is dissolving, the limbs feel like lead, impossible to lift. The water element fails, the mouth is dry, the fluid stagnant. The fire element fades, the extremities grow cold. The warmth retreats to the heart. The air element collapses, the breath becomes shallow, ragged, a desperate gasping for fuel. The senses, which have been your windows to the world for decades, begin to shudder. Sight blurs and turns to gray. Sounds become distant echoes, like shouting through a storm. The mind is withdrawing. It is unplugging from the hardware. In the Theravada tradition, mapped out in the microscopic detail of the Abhidhamma, this is a precise, mechanical sequence. As the sensory world collapses, the mind falls into the bhavanga, the life continuum stream. It is a twilight state. But then, in the final flickering moments, a specific event occurs. The mind, driven by the momentum of a lifetime, locks onto a target. 3 signs appear. This is not a choice, it is a reflex. First, the kama. You might relive a specific action from your past. A memory explodes into the present with the vividness of reality. The time you saved a life, or the time you destroyed one, the weight of that action crushes or uplifts the dying mind. Second, the kama nimitta, the symbol of the action. A butcher might see a knife or a sea of blood. A doctor might see a healing light. A devotee might see incense or a shrine. These are not hallucinations, they are the energetic signature of your life's work manifesting as an image. Third, the gati nimitta, the sign of destiny. The mind begins to hallucinate the environment of the next birth. You might see lush gardens and celestial palaces, or you might see dark caves, raging fires, and barren wastelands. You are seeing the womb, the egg, or the realm that matches the frequency you have cultivated. Then, the final spark, the kuti siddha, the death consciousness. It is the last frame of the movie. It arises and it ceases. And in that precise nanosecond, the flame transfers. The classical texts are ruthless here. There is no pause. There is no soul floating around the hospital room, looking at its weeping relatives. The texts reject the antarabhava, the in-between state. They say that the very moment the death consciousness ceases, the padasandhi, siddha, the rebirth, linking consciousness arises in a new location. It is instantaneous, faster than the blink of an eye, faster than lightning. How can this be? How can a mind jump from a dying man in London to a womb in Mumbai, or a heavenly realm, or a hell realm, without anything traveling in between? Think of a candle flame. You take a lit candle and you touch its wick to an unlit candle. The flame leaps. Does the flame move? Did the fire from the first candle pack its bags and travel to the second? No. The heat and energy of the first conditioned the arising of the second. The new flame is not the same as the old flame, but it is not totally different either. It is causally connected. Think of a seal pressed into hot wax. The metal seal does not enter the wax, but the image, the impression, the information is transferred perfectly. The new life bears the imprint of the old. Your character, your tendencies, your fears, Your loves, they are the shape of the seal pressed into the fresh wax of a new existence. You do not survive death, but your habits do. Your cravings do. Your ignorance does. However, the map of the territory is vast, and different explorers have brought back different charts. While the classical Theravada view emphasizes this instantaneous switch, the Vajrayana traditions of Tibet describe a different texture to the transition. They speak of the Bardo. The Bardo is the intermediate state, a gap in the fabric of reality. For up to 49 days, the consciousness is said to wander in a dreamscape more vivid and volatile than any lust trip. The mind is untethered from the body, and without the heavy anchor of flesh, thoughts instantly manifest as reality. If you think of a monster, the monster appears before you, breathing fire. If you think of a Buddha, the Buddha appears, radiating light. The Tibetan Book of the Dead serves as a guidebook for this psychedelic voyage. It warns the traveler, do not be afraid. These are the projections of your own mind. The wrathful deities drinking blood. They are your own anger. The peaceful deities offering lotuses. They are your own compassion. The Bardo is a time of supreme danger and supreme opportunity, because the mind is so fluid. A single moment of clear recognition, a realization that this is all a dream. This is all my mind can lead to instant liberation. You can wake up from the nightmare of samsara right there, in the gap between lives. But if the habits of fear and craving are too strong, the wind of karma blows you like a feather in a hurricane, tumbling you down, 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 until you see a coupling of male and female, and you are pulled magnetically into a new womb. Whether you follow the map of the instantaneous leap or the 49-day voyage, the underlying truth remains the granite foundation of the Dhamma. There is no permanent you. There is only a stream of cause and effect. And this leads us to the most empowering and terrifying realization of all. Your future is not written. You are writing it right now. This very moment, as these words enter your consciousness, you are shaping your death. You are shaping your next birth. Every time you choose patience over anger, you are building a stairway to a higher realm. Every time you choose generosity over hoarding, you are polishing the lens through which you will see your final moments. Every time you indulge in addiction, in hatred, in cruelty, you are digging the pit you will eventually fall into. The Buddha did not teach this to scare you into submission. He taught this to hand you the keys to your own chains. He showed us that we are the architects of our own suffering and the creators of our own bliss. Fate is a lie. Destiny is a myth. There is only karma, and karma is yours to command. Heedfulness is the path to the deathless. Heedlessness is the path to death. The heedful do not die. The heedless are as if already dead. This is a call to arms. It is a demand that you wake up. Do not wait for old age to practice the Dhamma. Do not wait for the diagnosis to start being kind. Do not wait for the deathbed to let go of your grudges. It will be too late. The momentum will be too strong. You must build the dam before the flood arrives. You must cultivate a mind so vast, so clear, and so luminous that when the body falls away, the mind does not panic. It simply expands. Even a good rebirth is a trap. Even the heavens are temporary hotels. The gods die too. They live for eons, bathing in bliss. But eventually their karma runs out, and they fall back into the meat grinder of existence. The ultimate goal is not a golden cage. It is to fly out of the cage entirely. It is Nibbana, the blowing out of the flame. the end of the story. Nibbana is the cessation of the craving that fuels the fire. It is the realization that there is no house, there is no builder, there is only the open sky of unconditioned freedom. It is the state where the seal is broken, where the candle is blown out and the smoke dissolves into the air, tracing no path, going nowhere, yet being everywhere. The Buddha, upon his awakening, roared his victory verse, "O house, builder, you are seen. You shall build no house again. Your rafters are broken, your ridge, pole is shattered. My mind has reached the unconditioned. The end of craving is achieved." So, when you ask, where does the mind go when the body dies? Understand this. If you are trapped in craving, the mind goes exactly where you sent it. It follows the groove of your habits into another womb, another struggle, another death. But if you are free, if you have seen through the illusion, the mind goes nowhere. It simply is unbound, infinite, at peace. The choice is not made at the moment of death. The choice is made now, in this breath, in this thought. What will you build?